Eric.
Yes, sir.
Eric in Virginia. How old were you and how old was the woman?
Man, I was probably like 19 or 20, and she was like 52, 53.
Wow. All right.
That's 33 years.
He may have you beat in
now
terms
he tied,
of the,
27 to 60. What did she do for a living?
She was the accounting lady at the place I worked at. I was doing like customer service, some bullshit, you know.
Yeah, it's not a sexy job, man.
But that kind of makes it better, though.
But I'm trying to think. He broke the 6 barrier, which is a huge deal to me. Even though he was 27, he broke the 60 barrier.
It's like breaking the.
It's like the 4-minute mile.
4-minute mile, exactly.
So I don't know. I might have to give it to Joe on that one. If I'm saying like who,
he was probably dressed just like that, with little white shorts and a little tank top.
I hit the wall and I just kept going.
He's like,
if she was in her 60s, I would have fucked her too.
I woulda, coulda, shoulda. You know, I can't give you credit for that.
Yeah,
it doesn't count.
Look
at these calls.
That is.
You're ready.
All right, Eric, thank you. Look, we got toothless old woman. Blowjobs are awesome.
Toothless old woman. What is that?
Well, that sounds like
Adam.
Kidding around.
Who am I talking? Bill. Wait a minute. Okay, Bill, what's going on, man? You're a trucker, and somehow you got a blowjob from a toothless old woman. I can't believe this. How did that happen?
Well,
was she a lizard?
My roommate, Coyote or where, I don't know. My roommate used to go to these country western bars, brings home this old woman. She looks good, but she must have been 65. And we were all drunk, we're getting drunk, and she says to me, be prepared for the best blowjob of your life. Pops out her dentures, and I'll tell you what, it was all over Johnny.
Oh, my God. What? You ran out of the room? Please tell me that. Or you just
he got blown by her.
I know. But in my world, it's all over, Johnny. A girl takes out her teeth.
Yeah,
my dick is laying on my leg.
Well, if that's a true story, then he's got you beat, Joe, by a mile.
How old was she? 6'5".
She's probably 65. I mean, she was wrinkled. But
I want to see video.
I had quite a few beers in me, so it didn't matter.
How old were you?
35.
Oh, it's 30 years.
Well, I know, but the dentures and, you know, it's hard to, I mean, the dentures are hard to be. If that's a true story, I got to feel maybe this guy's telling tall tales. You know.
Yeah, you kind of stuttered in the beginning of it.
I kind of believe him. I don't think he's lying.
The question you got to...
Oh, okay, here we go. All right. Okay, Eddie. Let's go to Eddie in Arizona. Here we go. Now, I don't know if this... Is he there? Eddie. Is he still there? Eddie, what's going on? Let's hear the age difference.
Once upon a time when I was 18 and I was doing yard work for a little old lady my mom was friends with, ended up fucking her in her living room and found out she was a 64-year-old mistress to a mob boss.
Wow.
Well, forget the mob boss part. She was 64.
How old were you?
That sounds like a book you'd read on the beach if you were some fucking 15-year-old girl.
I was 18.
Legal to fuck in New York.
High school.
You were in high school?
But why would a mob boss's mistress be 64?
Well, she used to be a mob boss.
A long time ago. Okay.
That's a good one, man.
Still enough to be scary to wonder if you're going to wake up in the morning with some guy's gun to your head.
And you're going to risk that on a 64-year-old woman?
I was a horny 18-year-old doing yard work.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
what do you think?
It'd be different if it was the whole 9 yards and it was a hot fucking blonde. I mean, but
you just sound like Gus Grissom in The Right Stuff. The hatch just blew. It was a glitch. I was 18. What was I supposed to do? All right, dude. All right, you banged it.
Well, he won. I mean, if anyone's keeping score, that guy won. 18 and 65.
Oh, these are just getting creepier and creepier. All right,
you boys have a good night.
All right, have a good time. I don't know if I'm believing this, man. Everybody, this is becoming like
now it's just getting ridiculous.
Yeah, 19,
I was 5, and and it was 75-year-old, and I
had a 2-on-1 with 190 years.
I got
vagina.
An 80-year-old took a dump on me. You know.
Here's a guy pretending to be black, Jigaboo Jones, y'all crazy as hell. No, I'm not talking to him.
You know what? I want to talk to JJ.
JJ. All right, put him on.
Friends call him JJ.
All right, put him on. JJ, you're on with Dan Natterman. He wants to talk to you. What's your story?
Yeah, what's going on, y'all?
Wow.
Okay.
Dude, that is the worst black guy.
What's up, my brother?
How you doing, man? What's going down?
No, this is black. You can tell he's a black guy.
Wait, is he a real black guy?
Oh, yeah. Come on. You telling me? Listen to the
authenticity. Number one nigga in America. You can't be saying that.
I think he might be.
That's real.
This is
Yeah,
like watching.
I think he is a black guy.
This is like watching somebody bomb an American Idol. Somebody trying to sing.
Oh, y'all crazy. Come on, man.
So what's your story?
He is a black guy.
I think he is, but what's his old woman story?
This is a great new segment. I think he's a black guy.
That is a good news segment.
Black guy, man. I'm the blackest guy in America, man. Y'all crazy as hell.
All right, let me ask.
I think he is
Okay,
black.
you know what?
There's a pool over there.
Prove it to me. Prove it to me.
What?
Start telling me some shit only black people know.
I tell you what, go to Yahoo and search #1 nigga and see who pops up. I'm serious.
I don't give a
it.
shit. No, I want to hear
it.
you.
Google it, Danny.
If this is a radio show, that's not going to work. Me
Yeah.
being on the internet, that's not going to be exciting.
Well,
All right,
but
so
be
what's-
that as it may, do you have a story about an old lady?
Yeah, man.
What is
I
it?
was there's a pool up there. It's the Campanella Park there in Compton. There's a pool there. There was an old bitch, but she was a hot bitch though. She didn't look all messed up though. But the
Starting to
nigga going
believe
to the pool, it was free. Went over there, and I used to go over there and knock it out. I was like 10 years old. I really wasn't just guy shooting blanks back there though. I don't know how old she was though.
But you were 10.
Listen, I don't.
Oh yeah, we used to go over there.
Listen, what's your name?
Jigaboo Jones, my real name. Well, everybody know my name though.
All right, Jonesy, listen.
Can't tell this guy's really black.
I believe that you're. I don't believe that you fucked an old woman when you were 10, but I do believe that you're black because of the Compton reference. You saw.
Compton's a hacky reference. That's like
everybody
Harlem.
knows. Everybody knows.
Yeah, I bought it.
Compton.
He sold me on it.
But I think he is. But
All right, this is a new
I'm
segment.
serious, though.
I wrote it down.
well, what could you estimate how old you think she was? But as a 10-year-old, everybody over 20 looks old.
I look like 100 years old when you're that old, though.
Yeah, when you're 10, everybody looks old. So,
Yeah, I was just happy I was doing it. And my
Like-
friends was like, "Oh no, nigga, you wrong."
like, how old was Edith Bunker when that show was on? You know, she looked like. Yeah, whatever. You know, because when you're little, everybody seems old.
Yeah, that's crazy as hell.
All right, I've gone beyond this. I don't know. I'm like 80% convinced. I just don't know why I go by that name.
You guys know that's my street name, man. My real name is Nipsey Washington, man. But
Nipsey?
I don't go by that because people used to make fun of that.
Yeah, I would see that.
Did he just say
That's,
Nipsey?
Nipsey, that's
Yeah.
Nipsey Russell.
I like Nipsey Russell.
When were you born?
Not Nipsey Russell, man. That's who my mama named me after because he was famous back then. There weren't a lot of black actors back then when I was.
Plus, I always spoke in rhymes.
Did you hear that? That's so hilarious.
There weren't a lot of black actors.
There weren't a lot of black famous guys, so out of all of them, you could have been Sammy.
You could. There was
How
enough.
about Sydney?
There was enough.
She picked Nipsey. Did your mother go to see Norbit when it first came out?
I went by Tyrone for a long time. But every
Nipsey.
time you get arrested, they be calling your name out. Nipsey.
What about you could. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it was.
I'm still not 100% about it. What did you get arrested for?
Oh man, you name it. Hey, here's how you can prove who it is. You remember ATMs in LA back in the motherfucking 80s and 90s and stuff?
No.
Man, we was jacking ATMs so bad in L.A. they was gonna put a curfew on them motherfuckers. They was gonna shut them down.
What was your
doing that? Huh?
Jonesy, no
We
offense,
was doing that.
No offense, but to have the gall to rob somebody with the name Nipsey, I mean, it's just,
Come on,
I mean, you have to have a robber's kind of name, like like Malcolm or something. Something,
Well, back then I went by Big Nip, but then I turned
Big Nip's not bad, Suggests a big man titty holding you down. What exactly was your strategy? How would you go about mugging somebody at an ATM?
Oh, that's easy, man. A lot of times, see, back in the day when the ATM was new, people couldn't figure it out. It wasn't like today where you stick a thing in there, do it like you're flipping hamburgers at McDonald's. People get up.
He's not black. Because black people say McDonald's.
Man, all black people. I done been all around the country.
His strategy was he'd tell them that his name was Nipsey after Nipsey Russell, and while they were on the ground laughing at him, he would steal their money. We got to. Dan's got to split.
Oh,
because he's got to
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was
Thanks,
fun.
Nipsey.
We talked about old people fucking, the next thing you know,
we went from overpopulation to.
And check Dan out on dailycomedy.com. He's got what's called a bitcom on there, which is a sitcom on the internet, and the episodes are a few minutes long each, called The Single Bachelor. Dan Natterman, The Single Bachelor, available for free viewing at dailycomedy.com. He's also going to be performing tonight and tomorrow night at Stand Up New York.
And very possibly could be showing up tonight at the after party.
Yes.
All right,
Come on
Dan,
out to the
Thanks, guys. It was fun.
Yeah, we're going to take a break,
Thanks
though,
a
right?
lot, Dan.
All right, man. Thanks for listening to Uninformed. We're going to be back for the final hour talking about fucking old ladies and trying to guess if our listeners are black. Keep listening.
It's Uninformed with Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa.
And now we return to The Fabulous Life of
Warner Brothers Record International, Paramount Pictures. When you're affiliated with one of these conglomerates of the entertainment industry, you don't fly commercial. That's for broke white people and minorities. And when you're fine dining in the friendly skies on a private jet, sometimes you have to make a deposit, but not a monetary one. You have to take a dump. A gigantic lobster-filled surf and turf shit on a royal throne used by the likes of J-Lo, Usher, and Connie Chung. And when the septic tanks on these planes are full, they need special attention. Enter Charlie Gusbert. He's the head septic tank and chemical toilet cleaner for the Air Royal International Airlines. That means when a private jet sewage tank is brimming with celebrity sludge, he gets to hook up the pumping tube and suck it out, baby. But the fun doesn't stop there. He then commandeers the airline laboratory waste transport vehicle. That's the motorized cart used to move the floss and feces from a pimped-out jet to an appropriate disposal location. And at $10,000 a seat, he's transporting up to $100,000 in baller bowel movements per day. Charlie Gusbert, it's good to be you.
Don't need money, don't take fame, don't need no credit card to ride.
All right, you're listening to Uninformed with Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa. That's such a funny bit idea, man. We got to get a voice guy in here to somehow imitate that guy. I can't even listen to that.
I kind of like when you do it, though. It's funny, man.
Because it's so awful.
Yeah, it's just funny. It's, I don't know.
That's like one of those things, like in your head, like in the shower, you think you can sing. And in my head, I was like, yeah, I can imitate that guy. That just sounds like me with a cold.
Just try to do it like you could do it more Robin Leachy,
Dude, don't you think if I could do it better, I would? Hey, listen, man. When people just tuning in, when we left on break, we were discussing Joe DeRosa at 27 hooking up with a 60-year-old former opening singer of Frank Sinatra. We got a guy here. He might be able to beat you just straight across the board.
Okay.
This is like a World Series of poker moment where you're holding a couple of aces, you think you're all set, this guy comes in with something else. Okay, James in New Jersey. James.
Yeah. What's going on, guys?
Hey, James.
How you doing, man? Let's hear your story.
Yeah, so I'm about 21 and just got my ID, so me and a couple of fellas, we go to the liquor store, and, the younger girls are loving this because we have liquor now. We go to this one chick's house, and her mother lets her drink and all this good stuff. So we go there, and we're getting them all drunk and all this good stuff. So, everybody else pairs off, and I'm the odd man out, and her mother's out there, and she's been drinking with us the whole time. And she just starts talking about she was a dancer for James Brown when he was touring around, doing the circuit and all that. And I'm just sitting in the living room with her, and, she's getting closer and closer, extra friendly, and I just go, hey, fuck it. And
how old was she?
And, at the time, she probably was like mid-40s.
And how old were you again?
21. I was 21. I know I don't win the age difference war there, but
I bet she still looked pretty good, though, right?
No. No, I'm not even. I could lie. I'm not even going to lie to America like that. No.
Okay. All right. You break it down. I want to hear what she looked like. Did she have one of those bodies where you could tell? Like, you ever see a girl where you're just like, God, man, you like try to think of the year, like 1993, she was killing them. And you could just tell she had 3 kids, and then it's over. What is shame?
She just looked used. Like if you look at the car and the paper, and everything looks fairly decent, but you just see some dents and scratches.
Then you show up to buy it, and the radio's gone. That's like a C-section scar.
That's like that scene in Pulp Fiction when he puts the blankets on the seats. First glance, everything appears to be normal.
Well, she had on tight jeans, and it looked all good with tight jeans, but you pull them down, and then just the top half of the legs, from the ass down to the thighs, were just squeezed in like You know, that
and everything
thing
just
that
dropped.
suckers, like squeeze out the icing on the cake in.
I was gonna say it looks like the soft serve at Dairy Queen, just drooping down over the knees.
And it was she had just crazy makeup on it. You know, after drinking, you know how you start sweating a little bit when she's sweating and there's so much fucking makeup on. And it was one of those things the next day when you still feel your fucking shame. You look at your shirt and just got makeup on like your shoulder and shit.
James, I'm going to ask you a very important question right now.
Yes.
How did her pussy smell?
Yeah, that was part of the problem.
Did it smell like James Brown's feet after the second set at the Apollo?
You know what? It smells like James Brown's feet right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah. It was one of those things where even as you're doing it, you know, like, I'm a fucking loser, man. What the fuck am I doing?
Let me ask you this: How long was the shower afterwards?
You know what? I actually took a shower, washed up, and tried to pour rubbing alcohol on my dick to try and like get everything off. It was like,
did you raw dog it?
No. Use the condom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you know what?
It was like around the base of like your dick and all that. You just is the smell of condom and just.
Plus, you also had to be thinking as you're banging her, like all the different band members who fucked her, like Bootsy Collins.
Yeah.
He had 2 drummers in the band. I mean, right there, they're always dogs. You know.
And the worst part was, as I'm doing it, I know, you know, the other guys I'm with, they're in the other room, actually fucking some quality girls, and I'm the fucking loser.
Did you ever own up to it with them?
Oh, no.
James,
it was one of those things. It was one of those things they had said, so what were you doing out there? I'm like, oh, no, I was just out there. I passed out, man. I was drunk as hell. And that's it, man.
James, and
one last thing. The last dude that called, he's definitely not black.
Yeah, I didn't think about the Jigaboo Jones. Yeah, I didn't feel that.
Yeah, he's not black.
James, if being 21 and fucking an old tramped out dancer doesn't surmise living in America, you should have been cranking that fucking song while you were plowing her. That's great.
Well, the best thing I could say, you know, if I could ever tell that story and get past people asking how she looked and how she smelled, you know, I fucked somebody that an icon probably fucked. I mean,
someone, who was a backup singer for an icon.
That's how I looked at it. I was like, Sinatra probably banged this chick at one point, or maybe she blew him. I've got Sinatra's fall off right now. That's not so bad.